Hello, welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. My name is Sibylla and today I'm going to tell you 3 ways to use your superpower of softness and joy. We're surrounded by an ideal of superheroes, of toughing it out, of facing it, school of hard knocks, overcoming obstacles like a boss. It's in movies, it's in books, it's in stories, success stories of people that we admire. And obviously there is something to this because it is indeed admirable how the human spirit can rise and overcome adversity. And it's very inspiring. But it's not what all of us are inclined to do. Some of us just have a different disposition, it's a personality thing. Or we might have fears and anxiety for a number of reasons. It could be traumatic experiences, it could be illness, mental illness, or physical illness. It could just be exhaustion. Like I said, a lot of the time it's just a personality thing that you're not inclined to headbutt life's challenges all the time. So is the rest of us then doomed to mediocrity? Far from it. Your mission today is to learn 3 ways to use the power of softness and joy. Task number 1 is to learn the power of softness. We are so brainwashed by this toughness ideal that we automatically feel inferior if that is not the way we face life. So counter-brainwash yourself. I'm going to start this by telling you, have you ever seen ivy grow through a wall? Which one do you think is tougher? We all know that water can hollow out a rock by steadily dripping on it. Which one is tougher, a rock or water? And yet the water does hollow out the rock. Now obviously to do that it needs a long time. It needs a lot of persistence, but the beauty of this is that water also has the capability of just floating around the rock and avoiding it that way, overcoming it, getting past it that way. So realize that softness is more flexible and might see solutions where the hard, tough mode seeks confrontation all the time. It might not even be necessary. Softness might be a lot more successful in overcoming things because it thinks laterally and not just straight ahead. Task number 2 is 3 ways to use your superpower. So here are a couple of suggestions on how to use softness and joy for your advantage and to overcome things. For example, if there's something you really don't want to do and you're trying to nudge yourself, you're trying to push yourself, you're trying to gear yourself up, you have to be tough, you have to face it, you have to do it, the tax return or whatever. Some task that you really hate the thought of. How about giving in to your softness and listening to it? Maybe you're not the right person to do this. Maybe it could be done in a more efficient way by somebody else. You could delegate it, you could pay somebody to do it, you could ask for help. If that's not possible, then look for whether there's a different way of doing it yourself in a way that you hate less. Because maybe your resistance is actually a signal and you actually wisdom and not to show you a better way of doing it. Maybe there's something you never seem to get around to. This might even be a passion. You say, oh, I'm going to do this when I have time, like tomorrow or something. In the next couple of days, I'll definitely have time and then I'll get to it. Guess what? This is never going to happen. When was the last time that you found yourself in normal life, so not on holiday or something, but in normal life, just thinking, oh, I have time now, I have no idea what to do with it? Does that really happen? It doesn't. So this is never going to come about unless you actually plan it and schedule it. And for that, use your joy. Think about doing this thing that you want to do. And by the way, if you don't want to do it, scrap it. Stop torturing yourself with, I should be doing this, I should be doing this. But if it's something, this is now about something that you actually want to do, unlike the first example, which was something you didn't want to do, but this is something you actually want to do and never seem to get around to. Use your joy as guidance. When would you like to do this? Maybe what time of the day, evening, morning, afternoon, and then pick a day and schedule it in. You know, I'm a big fan of schedules. Just take your calendar and schedule it in. And that's when you'll do it, because if you wait for it to happen, it's not going to happen ever. And the 3rd way is to discover the magic of 15 minutes. So maybe you're not tough enough to clean out the entire garden or to clean the entire house from top to bottom or to finish your passion project. Even if it's your passion, you might not have the energy to just finish this entire thing, which might take hours, and maybe you're tired or you don't have the energy for it, although you love it, although it lights you up. You can do anything for 15 minutes. It's absolutely astonishing. You will think, no, I can't clean everything in 15 minutes. But who says you have to clean everything? You can just start. I do this. I do 15 minutes of sweeping, and then I put the broom in the corner, and the next day I pick it up again for 15 minutes. Set yourself 15 minutes. Set yourself a timer on your phone. It's absolutely magical. I started doing exercise again that way. When I had kind of been lazy for a while, and to get back into it was so difficult. An entire hour of exercise, forget it. Never going to happen. 15 minutes a day is 15 minutes more than nothing. 15 minutes can wash the dishes, or at least half the dishes, and it would be a lot less intimidating, that mountain of dishes, the next day. Try your 15 minutes of magic. Start your passions project for 15 minutes and set yourself a timer for 15 minutes and pull this through, and your softness, and guided by joy, you will get so much done. You will be astonished. That brings me to task number 3, which is, as usual, let me know. Hit the reply button on the email that you got the link to the video with, and tell me what you take away from this video. Are you one of those tough people? There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Or are you one of the softer people? And if so, are you going to put something into practice from this video? What do you think about it? I'll reply to every email, I promise. And if you didn't get the link to this video in an email, that means you're not part of the Wild Spirits community yet, and you should join us. Go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up, fill in that little form there. You'll get 1 email per week. It's really 100% spam free. You'll get extra articles and information every week, recommendations of books and other resources, and sometimes you get exclusive offers that are only for my subscribers that nobody else ever gets to see. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up, or you can Google Wild Spirits Coaching. That'll get you to the website as well. Thank you for watching.